Dear students, today we are here to know about some of the aspects relating to divorce under Islamic law. As we all know that under Islamic law, marriage is a contract rather than a sacrament, and divorce is easy as it can happen even without a judicial support. Islam is the only religion that has recognized divorce right from the beginning. This concept of divorce existed in the Roman period but was a remote concept. The rules with respect to divorce were laid down in a proper manner in Islam. Divorce is known as talaq. The term talaq means rejection or repudiation of marriage by husband. Therefore, the right is not applicable for women in the same manner as that of the husband. Do you know that husband had an unrestricted right of divorce? Husband has unrestricted right to divorce without giving any reason. Muslim law does not require the existence of any fault or matrimonial offense as an excuse for divorce. Do you know that meher is the only weapon which acts as an indirect check upon this right of dissolution of marriage? According to Prophet, talaq is a bad concept. One should not resort to this unless it is necessary. He calls it as an evil. So then what are the conditions for a valid talaq? Few essential conditions are capacity, free consent, conditional and contingent talaq, talaqnama. Now coming to the first condition, capacity. Every Muslim husband of sound mind who has attained the age of puberty is competent to pronounce talaq. The guardian cannot pronounce talaq on behalf of a minor husband. Some jurists also consider that even talaq pronounced against a minor or insane wife is void and ineffective. As per the second condition, free consent, except under Hanafi law, the consent of the husband in pronouncing talaq must be free. Under Hanafi law, a talaq pronounced under compulsion, coercion, undue influence, fraud and voluntary intoxication, etc. is valid. However, even under Hanafi law, talaq pronounced under forced or involuntary intoxication is also void. The other formalities for talaq under Sunni law is that talaq may be in oral or in writing. No particular word is required to constitute talaq, but the expression should clearly indicate the husband's desire to dissolve the marriage, and it need not be made in presence of witnesses. Under Shia law, talaq must be pronounced orally except where the husband is unable to speak. It must be pronounced in the presence of two competent witnesses, that is, Muslim males who has attained the age of puberty and is of sound mind. Moreover, in place of one male, two adult female of sound mind may be substituted. It requires the use of specific Arabic words in the specific formulae in the pronouncement of talaq. Coming to the third one, conditional and contingent talaq. According to Sunni law, a talaq may either be absolute, that is unconditional, or subject to a condition or contingent, dependent upon happening of an uncertain future event. A conditional or contingent talaq becomes effective only upon fulfillment of the condition or happening of a future event. However, the condition must not be un-Islamic. According to Shia law, a conditional or a contingent talaq is void and ineffective. Like, for example, when the husband says that in the event of disobedience from your side, I have the right to pronounce talaq. Going to the next condition, talaqnama. It may be in writing and no particular form is necessary. A talaq, whether oral or in writing, may be made without witnesses. Talaq without witnesses is valid under Sunni law. In Shia law, it is not effective unless it is pronounced in Arabic terms in the presence of at least two adult male witnesses after attainment of puberty. Now, we shall look into talaq specifically by husband. it is of two types. The first is talaqul sunnat, where it is divided into ahsan and hasan forms. This is revocable form of talaq and is recognized by law. Prophet says, ahsan form of talaq is most proper, where the evil words are pronounced only once and the iddat begins. Parties are free to revoke it before the expiry of period of iddat. Whereas in hasan form, which is comparatively less of value, it is good form of talaq, but ahsan is the best form of talaq. In hasan form of talaq, husband has to make a single declaration of talaq in the period of tuhur, that is the period of purity of a woman. In next tuhur, there is another single pronouncement for second time. If no revocation is made after first or second declaration, then the husband has to make a third pronouncement in the third period of tuhur. After this, talaq becomes irrevocable and marriage dissolves, and wife has to observe iddat period. The second form of talaq is talaqul biddat. It is disapproved form of talaq. A peculiar feature of this talaq is that it becomes effective as soon as the words are pronounced, and there is no possibility of reconciliation between the parties. It is called talaqul bain. This mode of talaq was introduced by Umayyad kings because they found the checks in the Prophet's formula of talaq inconvenient to them. It is a practice among Sunni Muslims. Under Shia law, irrevocable talaq is not recognized. The husband may make 3 pronouncements in a period of tuhur or purity, saying, I divorce thee, I divorce thee, I divorce thee. Or he may also declare in one sentence saying, I divorce thee thrice, or I pronounce my first, second and third talaq. The husband may make only one declaration in a period of purity, expressing his intention to divorce the wife irrevocably, saying, I divorce thee irrevocably, or I divorce thee in bain. Besides this, there are other types of talaq for husband, like ila. A Muslim husband may also repudiate his marriage by ila. It is a constructive divorce by husband. The husband does not expressly repudiate the marriage, but the conduct of the husband is of such nature that it is concluded that he intends to dissolve the marriage. In ila, the husband takes an oath not to have sexual intercourse with the wife. Followed by this oath, there is no consummation for a period of 4 months. After the expiry of 4 months, the marriage dissolves irrevocably. But if the husband resumes cohabitation within this prescribed period of 4 months, ila is cancelled and the marriage is not dissolved. For Shia law, the rule is bit different. Under Itana Ash'ari Shia school, ila does not operate as a divorce without the order of court of law. It only gives the wife a right to demand judicial divorce. If she does not obtain the decree of court, then marriage does not dissolve. The next form of talaq is zihar. Zihar is also constructive divorce. In this mode, the husband compares his wife with a woman within the prohibited relationship, for example, mother or sister. The husband would not say that from today, wife is like his mother or sister. After such an objectionable comparison, the husband does not cohabit with his wife for a period of 4 months. Upon the expiry of 4 months, zihar is complete, but the marriage does not dissolve. After completion of 4 months, wife has certain rights. She may go to the court for judicial divorce, or she may go to the court for the order of restitution of conjugal rights. When the husband wants to revoke zihar by resuming cohabitation within the said period, the wife cannot seek judicial divorce. According to Shia law, the declaration of zihar must be made in the presence of 2 competent witnesses. With this, I would like to conclude this session. Until we meet again with more insights on talaq. Bye.